streaming. If you want it. Alright. Alright, so this is working as far as I can tell. Still being annoying with that buzz, but I'll live with it. Or at least you have to live with it. I guess I don't have to hear it. I didn't really go to his core, did I? Alright. It's a decent chunk of damage. The water with this boss is like so annoying. Alright. Gladiator long. I could actually use that. If that's a good piece, I got a good feather I want to put in. I've been trying to basically get a better one because I have, bear with, this one, which is just attack, and these are horrible. So I was tempted on leveling this up and putting it on my razor to put in the feather that I've got, not here, this feather. But HP, okay, yeah, that's always fucking the case. I think I can. One more, and then I have this, I have these two. Basically, one more run, I should be fine. Need to get her up. So what I'm thinking to do today is basically, I know it's been a little bit since I streamed. Wasn't really fully feeling it. Haven't got a schedule in yet, so just gonna have to deal with that, and as I'm getting more into it, can solve this mic issue. I should be better off. So these are what we need. Okay, 2, 3. So this should, in theory, be just one more run. Alright, of the flour, and that should hopefully be enough. Cool. Okay, one more of these tips. So I'll come back to the flour boss, do it one more time, and then I'm gonna get on to some of the new content. If you want it. Update summary. Alright, I've not really taken a look at much of the information regarding the patch. So I've spoken to a few people that basically just there was just basically Discord messages as I was going through the messages throughout the day. Some people have mentioned a couple things. See, I want to get rid of some of those noises, right? But these are on 1. volume, right? But I don't want... Is that visual effects? So those won't make noises. I'll try that. Something's wrong. It says excellent health, but it's buffering, which is not great.
These bombs, so heavy.
Oh well. If anyone joins, let me know if it's fine, not fine. If there's any issues, I'll try and mend them. But okay, yeah, this is gonna be horrible. Why? I don't understand what's wrong with this. Like, it's so buggy. That might be a bit too loud. See, I wanted to continuously keep playing so I can actually enjoy it. But it's being really annoying. So I need to figure out what I'm doing with my Diona for weapons. Because weapons give so much stats. Oh, here we go again. Thoughts on a new patch? So I took a brief look at it earlier today, and it's as predicted, basically, Bonnie. Basically as predicted. Oh, got a 5-piece. So I thought that obviously we're gonna have a lot of quality of life changes, and let me know if you can't hear me properly or anything like that. So I initially did think that, okay, there's gonna be some problems, like not enough content. I don't know what is available yet, but what I've seen from what people said on Discord is that there are a lot of issues. Like there's people just not like going, oh yeah, I went into the quest, I did it, it's finished. And it took them like, I don't know, an hour. So I have not experienced it yet. I did get Diona. And I'm trying to get a kind of up to scratch now, essentially. Basically burning all my mats. That's what's happening right now. Oh god, that's so pricey. Wow, I had like 200 something books and now I'm out. Well, at least she's done, and I've got 5 adventure rank levels to get whatever else I'm planning. I'm thinking not Favonius, maybe stringless on her, maybe something like slingshot. Ningguang's really good. Have you actually got her up? Like, have you had a copy of her? Have you leveled her? Did you try her? Because not many people have spent too much time on her, so I'm kind of really... don't know. I feel like she could be quite good. See, like, people talking about the slingshot, right, as potentially a weapon for her. This could be a weapon for her, but I don't see these as basically healer weapons, right? None of these are really good sharpshooter. Like, yeah, that's fine, but I'm not looking for that. I'm thinking elemental mastery or energy recharge. Yeah, I think it's like, I feel like did you try her on the test thingy? You can try her out. I think Favonius unleveled artifact, she's pretty good. I want to build her for Abyss. Not gonna be replacing anyone in my main team though. I feel like I'm just gonna stick with the Favonius because people say to you go to Stringless or whatever, but the energy recharge, I really want to see how she feels. I'm not 100% certain on that either. Okay, my biggest problem with Iona at the moment is because coming off of Barbara, right, who continuously heals. So she has a E whenever she attacks. She also gives herself gives a heal to the team, and as well as obviously an ultimate that heals everybody. There's a lot of healing there. With Diona, you basically can only heal with your ultimate. So it feels very much like it's sort of. I feel like I want Barbara when I need to heal, but I want the ice as well. So I think I need to get her strong enough where she convinces me that she's better. That's the point. And I don't know what to run on her. I'm thinking Wondrous Troop because of the elemental mastery. Probably a 2-piece set of this. So I've got this Goblet, right? That's Cryo. And then I've got a Wondrous Troop helmet or hat, whatever. Good for some damage, good for some... yes, yeah, exactly. But it is a bit constricting for me. Like, I'm thinking I have to use the ultimate and then run into it. So if I'm any time I'm like on the road, I can't pre-heal before any battle. I can only heal when I'm in battle, essentially, because I need to get her stuff up. I will use her more. I may put her on now just for general, but for like harder stuff, I felt like I needed to switch back to Barbara because she's not yet at the stage where she can do much, and I appreciate the fact that I've not invested anything in her. But for Barbara, I also not really have invested much. So yeah. This is a feather I got, by the way, early in the week. No, this one. No, this one. This one. What's bullshit? That is a beefy feather. that is like the one of the best pieces I got. It's Lava Walker, so it'll be a 5th piece slot. So I say like a 4th piece, and then this will just kind of go on whoever I need, which I'm planning to use on my disc because this is not good at all. I could test to see if this could become any better. If it rolls something like attack %, but I need to get a replacement piece for this as well. I'm using on him as a 5th piecer because it's not horrible. There's a couple others that I got 18 times at 10 times draw, and they didn't give me either Chin, Mona, or Kiki again, not even a 4-star character. I mean, did you get a bow? I mean, that is unlucky if you didn't even get a single character. Because I know you can drop weapons as 4 stars, but if you do 2 more times, right? If you do 2 more pulls, and you are on 0 on the pity for the 4 stars, you're guaranteed to get a character, and it's guaranteed to be one of the event characters. So if you want, do 2 more and you're good. 3 stars. You had to have, if you did 18 rolls on the same banner, you would have gotten at least 1 4-star, and it has to be a weapon or a character. It's like it's guaranteed. There's no way. Like, you can sue the company if they didn't give them to you. But if you did 18, then that means in 2 rolls, I drew 18 times at 10 times draw. Did you say you did it 180 times, or are you saying you did it 18 times? Then tried farming 1 for D-Luke and got a Gladiator the feather with defense, HP. Yep. I've gotten so many like bad pieces, or pieces that start off good, and like imagine like this, right? So let's say this is somehow like a 2-piece, and ignore the HP, and it'll be like maybe Elemental Mastery here. I'll be like, oh, this could be a good piece. Then it rolls like HP % here, and then it drops like 3 of them. Well, that's impossible. If you rolled 180 times, you would be guaranteed to have a child. No, you're guaranteed. I don't know, you messed something up, or your game's bugged out, or you just didn't realize, but if you do 180 pulls, you're guaranteed. At that point, you're literally guaranteed to get child, because the first 90 is your pity, right? That's how the pity works. And then you do 180, that would be basically guaranteed child. If you didn't get, it's impossible. I'm not saying you're a liar, but it looks a bit, you got something messed up if that's the case for you, man. Keep getting me Amber, Kaya, Lumin, and then the other. Okay, so those are 4 stars. What Lumin is the? No, that's the Traveler. Close to pity, but almost want to ban a unit because child is underwhelming. When I first saw child, I wasn't keen on child. Luminous stuff. Okay, so if you you have to remember. Okay, so Kaya, Lumin, I don't know what the fuck Lumin is, but Kaya, Amber, they're both 4 stars, and if they are on a drop rate, they can drop. But if you do 180 pulls, you're guaranteed every 20 pulls to get one of the featured characters, and the featured characters are it's Diona, Beidou, and Ningguang, which means you have to get one of them every 20 pulls. If something happened and you don't have one every 20 pulls, your game's bugging and you should sue the people. If you go to this banner, if you're doing it on this banner, then it can be anybody. You have to remember that, right? Like this doesn't. If you did it on this one, and I know you said Kiki, Mona, and Kuching, but sorry, I had to sneeze. No, okay. So if you're doing it on this banner, I think my game is super bugged. Yeah, okay. So there is a bit of a difference, right? So this banner here, every 20 pulls, you're guaranteed one of these people, right? One of these characters. This banner has no rate ups. These are just pictures, right? So if you look at the details of this banner, right? Drop table. You can get Kiki, Kuching, Mona, Diluc, Jean on this banner, as well as Child, right? This banner and this banner are basically the same, but this banner here has higher rates to get Child, as well as these 3 characters. So if you did this banner, that means that every time you get to your 10, you're going to get much more likely a weapon, because it has more weapons on it, for one, and there's no rate up characters. These are just pictures, right? It's also no guarantees for who you get 90 pulls. So you would have gotten some 5 stars, but you can get anybody on this, on this banner, right? So you can get yourself any of these 5 stars, right? So the problem with that banner is if you do 180 pulls, 10 pulls in total, you have a chance, right? A 0.6% chance, right? To get Kuching, Kiki, Jean, Mona, Diluc, and the weapons. So it's possible that you got a bunch of these weapons, twice or 2 of these weapons, and none of these, and you probably got a bunch of these ones too. Yeah, I mean, that would be just so broken because you get so many. But look how many there are 4 stars, right, in this. It's like every 4 stars on here. So if you want specific ones, you're kind of stuck. You should have summoned on this banner because you have a guaranteed much higher chance to get like these characters, and him. You would have had him and probably like 3 copies of each of these. So I think you summoned on the wrong banner, man. Because that banner with the Kuching, Mona, like that's not guaranteed. Barbara from settings. Yeah, they're giving her for free. So basically, when the game came out, they gave everybody a Barbara, right? And at level 20. But what that resulted in is basically them probably thinking, well, now everyone that joins is not going to have a dedicated healer, apart from like just having Noelle as an off healer. So they gave everyone a Barbara. So I've got my Barbara. At C5. I mean, I think the big mistake you made is summoning on the other banner, because that has no rate up. I understand what you meant now. I'll put Diona on just for, like, the next. Because you literally have like a high chance. Like if you get the 5 stars, you're gonna had, you could have had a higher chance for all the others too. Kaching banner. Well, there's no, I don't think there's gonna be a Kaching banner. Did they announce one? Did he actually announce a proper Kaching banner, or like just that she's gonna be there? Like how this one looks like a Kaching Mona Kiki banner, but it literally just art. How far? Okay, you're talking about pity and not really liking child. I'm in the same position. How far off? How many summons are you till you hit your 90 pity? Or actually, how far till you're at 80 summons? That's a better question. Or 75 in theory.
Look up there! That's the Jade Chamber!
A murder. Yeah, I'm not far off that either. I'm at roughly like 55 maybe, towards my second pity.
This is bad. Paimon's supposed to be your guide, but Paimon doesn't know where the way up to the Jade Chamber is. Well, since we want to go to the Jade Chamber, heading to its location on the map is the sensible thing to do. Let's look around. There has to be a way up there nearby.
No, I get that. Emergency food, indeed. No, I get that, like, don't need to worry about the singles thing. It's just that the rates do go up, obviously, in theory. I don't know 100%. But the rates do go up, so...
Begin.
I'm sort of just checking how far off you may be. I don't know. I've not played the story yet, this part.
It must have something to do with the Jade Chamber. Yes, this must be the way. Takes us up to here.
I think it was like 80 billion or something pulls, or like 1 billion simulated pulls.
Aw, if that wind current was stronger, we'd be able to reach the top in one go. Huh? Why? Or... Oh, Paimon gets it. If it was a secret, Ganyu wouldn't have let us try to find it ourselves, right? Alright, let's follow your plan. Then we can... Oh, hang on a moment. Look down there. Looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong Ballista. Paimon has a new idea. Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista? No. Paimon may have just forgotten to think about
thank you, man.
Safety measures. Oh, that's right. Now that you mention it, we could use the Guizhong Ballista to see if there's another way up nearby.
Oh, nice. Empty chest. Man, I keep feeling like I need to sneeze. So have you completed the whole story, like all these missions, or? I'm on Intel. Are you on Ryzen? Yeah, and I've sneezed a couple times with just muting my microphone, but yeah. Hope no corona, you know.
Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Exactly. What are you talking about? We're invited guests. What makes you think you
So what is your team at the moment? And what is your adventure rank? Like what kind of stuff you going through at the moment?
Maybe this was Ningguang's plan all along.
Went on fire.
She pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up a Millilith ambush here to arrest us. Now Paimon's mad.
How does it set on fire?
Over there! This is a trick, isn't it? How shameless.
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean, shameless?
Nice how his mouth moved once for that whole sentence.
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders at once!
Well, here they come. Line them up and knock them down.
Oh, are they gonna have to fight us?
Enhanced animal level 75. Animal test. Real captain.
It lasted long.
goes there?
AR-50. Damn, you committed.
Take this.
It's like Zhongli, but see,
Young bastard.
I forget that this is basically music, so I need to turn this down. Unless it sounds fine. I'm like bullying him. Yeah, that's too loud. La la la, yeah.
What's all this about?
Lady Coaching, these two
Coaching?
strange people suddenly appeared. They seem to have designs on the Guizhong Ballista.
What did he say? Rewind the stream if you can, but like what, 20 seconds?
Who are you calling strange?
You want to go to the Jade Chamber? Who are you?
We're invited guests here to look for the Lila Qixing. Who are you?
Well, as it happens, I am one of the Liyue Qixing.
Oh,
Oh man, are you on JP?
I'm Kuching.
Kuching.
The Yuheng of the Qixing.
She said Kuching.
I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yes? Didn't it?
wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some super rich big shot out here in the middle of nowhere either.
The Guizhong Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair. And yet, it was fixed in a single night. I came here to investigate that occurrence. These Millilith are just here to guard the scene. not
I
to
just
arrest
killed like
anyone.
20 of them. Not they're just here to guard the scene, not to arrest anyone. My little like 5-year-old Klee just came round and just whacked like 20 of them up.
Anyway, for a mortal to be able to repair an Adepti mechanism is quite the mystery, even to the Chising.
That was... Eh? Oh, right. So, Lady Yuhang, might you have any idea why Lady Tianquan invited us to go to the Jade Chamber?
Just call me Kuching.
Kuching. Knocked up at the treasury.
I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance. Or at least, to not wholly side with the Adepti.
We're not taking sides. We spoke with the Adepti. They want to protect Liyue as well.
When you say protect, you're referring to their sanctimonious arrogance, aren't you?
Huh?
You are mortals, and thus under their protection. There was no way they would have regarded you as someone with the ability to assassinate a god. Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning the citizenry, and pursuit of the assassin to be pointless work. Perhaps they even wonder if there might be a cover-up. I'll say it like it is. They're underestimating us.
Well, you've got a point there. Still, this is the first time Paimon's seen a person from Liyue
Sorry.
who doesn't respect the gods or the Adepti.
Me. By a quaint fates. The broken banner. I mean, you messed up buying the banners. Like, I don't know, because one of the banners is higher rate, right? The other banner is just a basic banner. It just has all of the characters that are not limited, like Venti and Klee, right? But everyone else is the same.
Should I respect the shallow
But it's
sense
just
of
lower
time
rate.
and condescension to mortals that has caused them to delay in moving against us, Chising? Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way. This skepticism is mine alone, and Ningguang does not share it. Either way, I will admit that the actions of the Adepti this time were quite restrained. Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. But to think that they would call for a council of Adepti rather than come down here directly. How surprisingly civilized of them. Well, for Ningguang, she would talk anything and everything out if she could. But the time of the Adepti has
Finally,
long passed. If even
did
the
you
Liyue
get the
Chising
character
don't
you
want to
needed?
face that truth, then what future is there? for
Nice. There you go. She's good luck.
Another super bold statement.
I'll stop here. Honestly, I hadn't intended to say so much. But you're a good listener, Traveler. You should both be off to the Jade Chamber.
The only reason I'm listening to her, right, or
Ningguang's
reading it at
schedule is
least,
packed to the gills all the way till next year.
is just because I know that it's going to be 6 weeks before another story mission, right? So, like, cherish these, like, 30-40 minutes. And, like, read some of the stuff it says and listen to it, because I'm basically going to be dry for so long.
The cream of Liyue's mercantile crop all see ascending to the Jade Chamber as the greatest honor. Each brings rich gifts as they visit, all to curry a little favor with Ningguang.
Favor? But, wait, that's right. Greeting
It's
gifts
a long
are
time.
a staple of Liyue's culture. We need to get one. Not to curry favor or anything.
All right. You can decide on your greeting gift yourselves. Let me tell you how to get to the Jade Chamber first. You didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng. Go back to Liyue Harbor. Find a guide at the Yuehai Pavilion. Well then. May we meet again, Traveler.
That was a long conversation. Well, that wasn't even a proper conversation,
Well,
just
that
monologued.
Yuehai may not
TED
respect
talked.
the gods, but Paimon thinks she's a pretty cool person. So, what should we give to Ningguang when we see her? Oh, right! Paimon dreamed of an amazing snack last night. Sugar frosted slime!
Pink stains.
Paimon has a feeling that it would be perfect
Screenshot
for a
it.
super rich person like
Share it on like
Ningguang.
Reddit or something. I've not had a bug like that before.
Why don't we go with that for a gift? Nope. But Paimon let's go
Boom
get the
shakalaka.
ingredients. Time waits for no one, and neither will our riches.
All pink, no expressions, only pink stains. Yeah, I never had anything like that before. What do you mean, like the player models are all pink?
Ooh, look at that slime. It looks crystal clear. Very delicious. That's the one.
That is gonna annoy the shit out of me. So now it hurts you whenever you're on these floors. Take a screenshot.
Huh? Is it just Paimon? Or is there a sweet fragrance in the air? Huh? Did you hear that?
No.
No! That was definitely someone in trouble. Uh-oh. It looks like the treasure...
Locked someone inside. Alright, I'm gonna test out Diona. Catch that. Pick the ingredients. Is he down here? Somehow I'm in the zone with level 5 monsters. What? I don't know. Never had that happen.
Thank you for your help, kind travelers. If you hadn't come to my aid, I surely would have rotted in this cell. Those treasure hoarders, when their mood was good, they'd rearrange those pots of sweet flowers. When they were in a bad mood, they'd rearrange my face.
Aw, it was nothing. No need to thank us all at once or anything.
I understand. Don't worry, don't say that. I only escaped this predicament because of you.
Looks like he hasn't eaten in like a week. So I believe him.
I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing Jewelry in Liyue Harbor. I often walk around these mountains in search of antiques. I never expected that those treasure hoarders would have their eyes on the same ruins that I had. Before I knew it, they'd caught and imprisoned me. Is there anything that you lack? Antiques, treasure, various
Artifacts.
knickknacks, you name it. Well, as long as you want what I have to offer, of course.
Wait a moment. Actually, we are looking for something.
Oh? And what might that be?
Do you have a box that can store presents? We'd like a pretty one. The kind that you can use to store snacks.
Of course we do. How can one sell antiques without gift boxes? At Mingxing Jewelry, we have the best gift wrapping service in the 7 nations. Now just give me a moment and I'll let the boss know. You can go see her whenever you require that box. box.
Great! Paimon's sugar frosted slime now comes in a beautiful package.
Sorry, I had to go get some tissue. My nose, I just started sneezing. Don't know what's going on. Give me my special box. I let a guy out of a cage for it.
A guy called Mung Dan told us that we could get a nice and shiny box from your store.
Uncle Mung already told me about it.
Already?
Thank you both for saving
We just
him.
left him in the ruins and teleported.
Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Mung. If anything were to happen to him, it would be impossible for us to continue doing business. Here, this container is itself an antique, with at least 140 years of history. It's already been cleaned. Will it do?
Yep. It's great! Hang on a moment. Could we borrow one other thing?
Sure. Please help yourselves. As long as it's on our shelves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should be able to make a
Really?
great snack.
Mixing bowl.
It's done! The one and only sugar-frosted slime! Carefully now. Into the box it goes and dust it over with a bit more powdered sugar.
Oh, yes. You might want to use these 2 freshly picked flowers as decorations, too.
Woohoo! It looks beautiful! Great! Now that we've put all that we've got into this box, let's go to the Jade Chamber to see Ningguang.
Is out of
Huh.
stock, but we have some new items in.
5? Yeah. The amount you actually get is so meh. Do I get Kaching or no? I mean, do you? How much wishes do you have? Got 5, 10, 20. Are you looking at like pity that's like 20 away and you got 20 wishes? What's the situation?
According to Kuching, this is what we should say.
Yeah, it's a while though.
Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Yes. How many would you like?
If we're talking about fragile resin, a bunch.
It's not convenient to speak of numbers here.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber.
Speaking of which, are you doing?
Yes, speaking of which.
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guess, but for the Yuhang. What's going on here?
We are the Yuhan. Because you have to wait a while for the gliders, right? Like, it's a bit. Oh, well, I mean, how far off pity are you? If you're on like 60 or 70 so far into the banner, then I can see it's possible, but with just a random 10, you're probably going to get something like a Diona or a Beidou or a Ningguang. Speaking of Ningguang. Ningguang.
It's Ningguang. Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared a gift. I hope you like it.
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I have made things difficult for you, considering that you were supposed to be my guests.
Oh no, it's nothing.
I'm glad you like it too. This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianquan, I have spared no effort in hiring the best craftsmen to constantly extend it. At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon and the skies above Liyue. One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations. Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, who spoke as such. I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
What?
And I finally got
Next
wind
one
of
is
your
guaranteed
movements
to be
when
a
you were on
featured.
the way to
Not
Wangshu
5-star,
Inn.
but at least a 4-star.
Wait, was Vergoldet one of your people?
Just Vergoldet? No. Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours. At the Guizhang Ballista, yes?
You weren't peeking on us from the skies the whole time, were you?
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this altitude. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. It would be natural to take an interest. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. The reason I invited you here was to clear up some misunderstandings.
How are we doing for experience?
I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood was shed, and many lives were lost. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Teyvat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and thus began the era of the 7. You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex Lapis during the war. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue, but the Order of the 7 will not collapse simply because of that. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue and the gods and Adepti will surely be different from before.
Yeah, she's like 5,000 years old.
Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of lacking the foresight to see the certain repercussions? That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. You were there, you no doubt saw. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand. Hiding the Exuvio was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back, to play the spider while our foes scurry about.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
What do you think, traveler?
It's him, isn't it?
What are you two talking about?
Well answered.
Huh?
The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong. Our preparations to receive guests within are complete. So please, this way.
See, I wonder if there's chests here, right? Like everywhere I'm gonna go now, I'm just looking for chests. Oh, that doesn't last long. I think if you reduce the charge time by 60 seconds, that helps with the constellations. Surprised there's no viewpoint up here, like the big shiny thing. But yeah, surprised you just found out that Kiki's a zombie. She's like 5,000 years old. I think it says that in her info.
What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Well, this is a size. Still has scrolls.
Let's go.
Anything else? Maybe there's like a in the bank, like a chest with 200,000 Mora.
Ha, I'm here. Ha, I'm here.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you wish.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play, our enjoyment comes first.
Oh, isn't this that legendary wall?
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall. It's super famous.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets, but the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, traveler? You're rather special, really, and I think you're quite aware of that. If possible, I'd like to have your trust. But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching, you'd pick Kuching? Nah, I had a feeling. I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean up behind the scenes. But after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been dispelled.
My ether, I forgot. What?
I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing
Oh!
seems advantageous.
His name's Ether. Did you pick
But
the
for
female
Liyue's
traveler?
sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled by rumors of our usurpation. Indeed. It seems that you understood what I meant to say from the very beginning. I called for the gag order and for the Exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianquan, one responsible for Liyue, I cannot be too concerned with appearances when opposing them. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control of Liyue's administration.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for the rite so they could use us for their own ends. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I say one other thing?
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return. So, does that include us?
It's all right. I like direct people.
She's jiggling like crazy.
Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this? You can pick any one object here as you please.
Take it with you.
Paimon was just waiting for you. One of the sheets on that wall. Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices, even if it's only as large as Paimon's fingernail.
Okay.
Just imagine how much more. Let's grab one, the biggest one. Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the la 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 la. Oh, there's a place marked with a circle on here.
Oh, that's wait.
Oh, could it be treasure? Whatever. Sigil of permission, something, something. Aw, that doesn't sound like treasure at all. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces of classified Fatui research on... Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of mischief in the shadows of... But research on the Sigil of Permission? Paimon... Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of Permission.
Seems like a small house.
Seems there's still more for us to find out. Oh, you really think so? Well, should we not go then? Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang that we should confirm the... That's way out of... Anyway, we'll see if you're onto something. Before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place marked out on these papers and see if the Fatui...
I wanted to kind of read through that a bit quicker because it is taking a while. 725 XP, and obviously this still carries on to 600. More, I mean, I guess this all adds up, right? Can I leave from here? I can. Okay. I mean, I followed some of the story, but I sort of leaned back a little bit for some parts because it was just not... I wasn't as bothered, I guess. When it first started out, I kind of just wanted to experience the game, and I just sort of skipped through it a bit. I think I'll wait for maybe a YouTube channel that covers the story a bit, and then kind of catch up. Or read the books. This is the Fatui. This is the guy that...
We're Fatui at the location written down on this piece of paper. And, they look really mad at us, too.
Before he gets his shield. I don't know why he's not taking much damage. It feels like the healing is kind of limited. Oh, is the other character, right? That's what you mean.
La la la.
The brother or the sister, whatever. Like I know some of the story, but this fire burning stuff is so annoying. Like they upped it the damage, but I don't think they should have made it where we take that much ourselves. It's so like painful. What am I investigating? Oh, up top. I want to get my Diona up so I can actually see how well she does actually powered up, like artifact sets and leveled up artifacts and oh come on, I don't. Is it okay? Is it loud for you? Like when it plays the music, can you hear me properly? Is it fine? Because I'm gonna turn it down for myself in that case, not for you, or I can turn it down for you too.
There are so many talismans here, and some stacks of blank paper too. I haven't seen this pattern before, but oh, Paimon knows. It looks just But how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hands of someone like Child? Suspicious. Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the Sigil of Permission, it wasn't to be used as some old relic. Talismans like that were once used in the Archon War to channel divine power. Maybe the Fatui are copying the Sigil of Permission in hopes of achieving a similar effect. Being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, and the plot thickens. Alright, that's enough sticking around here. The last stop on our rite of parting preparations tour is Dihua Marsh. Let's go!
I mean, we're getting a bit of like experience, but I'm a bit like, I don't know how long this quest line takes. I don't remember how, because like all the quests were kind of done in order, just whenever it happened I did it. So I never paid attention as to how long each one lasted, because some of them just felt like they lasted longer because it would just take me to the next quest. So all I have to do is just press navigate. But now I'm not too sure like how long will this last. Is this like a whole big set of a story, or is this like just a small part of it and still not gonna get all the way through?
Right on time. I myself only arrived moments ago. Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade Chamber?
It was so big and pretty and expensive. Paimon's never seen some...
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust? What did you talk about with her?
She's super rich and so generous. Paimon thinks she's very... Yeah, his take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. He thinks that even the tactless Yuheng is more trustworthy than her.
Oh. So you also met with Keqing then? What did she have to say?
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
No respect for the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing.
Keqing.
Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart. Though they are both members of the Qixing. Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions. Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No ordinary person could ever achieve that. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Even if she ever gave up the position of Tianquan, she would never give up the Jade Chamber.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important thing to her then?
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui have constantly been trying to sink their fingers into Liyue, and that they aren't to be trusted.
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise me in the least. No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when dealing with the Fatui. Always be on your guard.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting in Dihua Marsh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today, we'll be gathering...
Glaze lilies? Well, why did we come all the way out here? Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madam...
No. Those lilies have all been gardened by people. Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is before the Archon War. Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now. Nearly all the glaze lilies were wiped out. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. But very few people know that glaze lilies may still be found in the wild. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, we must grind up the wild lilies and place the powder in a censer of everlasting incense. But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. That's correct.
So how good is you? Really? Why doesn't Paimon believe you?
We'll only know once he starts singing.
I have some of these already.
It's time to sing. Whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
Well, it's not as good as Klee.
What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because they sing a song from Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue?
Boom. She got blown up over there as this one died.
Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower.
Yep, I'm aware. I've been finding them for like 3 weeks.
Strange. These petals look interesting. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's collect what we can of these petals.
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals be used?
Unfortunately,
That's so lame.
Excuse me.
Who there? Oh, got you.
Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey, it's... What's-her-face?
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name. Ah, that reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade
Literally
Chamber?
says it there.
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope, we found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Something seems a little off about Ganyu. She's acting different from the first time we met. Where's her serious attitude now?
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now, I am simply out on a stroll to see the flowers.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the gardens of the city?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, I wouldn't be able to bear it. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block my view of the gardens.
Oh, sorry, we shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's
quite alright. I just haven't processed my emotions yet. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before Rex Lapis. It's truly a changing of the guard. Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, the other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago. Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. He is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old at the time of his passing. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago. The city has never had to bid farewell to its deity.
So what do you think of this farewell?
Huh? This is a little sudden. As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue without Rex Lapis. But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since Rex Lapis has passed, the time of Liyue's contract with the gods and Adepti has now reached its end.
Ooh.
Did you just say, as an Adeptus?
Yes, I am a mix of human and Chilean. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought for Rex Lapis and the city of Liyue during the Archon War. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this very day. Well, let's save that conversation for another day. I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See...
We dare not refuse it.
Oh, so did you sing a song?
Of course you wouldn't.
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well. In fact...
Wow, so you really know your stuff, too. Thanks, Ganyu.
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, I never thought if you would excuse me, I should return to my...
And that just about does it. Our preparations for the rite of parting are mostly finished. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our tasks, in more ways than one.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business in Liyue.
I've had enough ventures in my life already. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once business is at full steam, the stress of it all only wears away at you over time. So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself. If left unchecked, the wear and tear on your heart may go well past mending.
Wow. See? Zhongli sounds like he's already seen it all. Alright, I think it's about time we head back to Liyue Harbor now.
How long is this part? I'm probably going to be ending the stream soonish. I'll pick it up when I'm feeling a bit better. My nose is just feeling really stuffy.
What happened? The city gate is swarming with Millilith and... Buffetui?
Swarming. Yeah,
This
indeed,
atmosphere
it's
is highly
look at this.
abnormal. It
So
seems
many.
as though something big has happened.
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Mr. Zhongli, I presume. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like they're attempting to stall the Adepti outside the city. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo-Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will be in no position to stop them.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's because of that obstinacy that mortals and Adepti are now on the verge of conflict.
And what now? How is it that the
I feel like
Fatui
it's
have
not
come
even
under
like
fire?
I'm playing much. I'm just like listening to like the story.
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millelith must rein in the actions of the Fatui. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? That's the Qixing for you. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Or will you use your sword to turn the balance? Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng funeral parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities at the gates.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng funeral parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to keep things under control for the moment. Consider your next course of action carefully, traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion, it may be wisest to look for the fuse first.
I'm gonna blow it up
Connections
myself.
with the Fatui seems to be quite the double-edged sword. So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse?
That ginger guy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole city turned upside down, it's definitely him. He must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching. But where could we find him now? Where would he go at a time like this?
Oh, there he is. Alright, so I'm probably going to have to switch back to Barbara just because I don't think my healing will be sufficient because she's not geared for it. Because, like, look, so if I do this, against water, it's nice, but that will be roughly like 2,000 a tick when I get her up. But see, like, that doesn't even get me full health. For now, the two of them are the same freaking height. For now, I'll probably use my Barbara. I'll probably do the fight. Hopefully, we get to do the fight now. Test it out, basically. Oh, so this is new. Yeah, so I'll basically test it out now, give it a go, see how this boss fight is, and hopefully win. I might even use some food just to make it that I don't lose the first fight. Shouldn't be too difficult though. I haven't found any of these boss fights too hard, but again, this is them releasing it now, and it's possible that it'll be harder, especially with world level increase. Because I'm world level 6 now, and I've not really got stronger since I was world level 5. So bosses do get harder, but the Varlin and the Wolf were quite easy, so I don't think Child's going to be a problem. Alright. I'll have some food. Just in case. Let's do that. Oh. Recommended party level 35. Is this not the boss that I'm fighting? Is it just the level you need to be, like AR was talking about?
Wow. This is the Golden House? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed
It's actually
that it was
gold.
even fancier on the inside? And so full of Mora. This is where all of Tibet's Mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few more... Oh, so it's a trap!
Look how it looks though. They didn't even do each one of these. They sort of just stacked together and then kind of like it's been melted.
But even if we can't Or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Laura. It's like, oh, right. Back to business. It's quiet. Too quiet. Surely someone's gotta be guarding something as important as the Exuvia. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Paimon smells trouble. Quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is alright.
The Exodia.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret location.
Secret.
Don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort? Stopping the more immense, hiding away the Exuvia. The Chising are really pulling out all the stops this time.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to begin with. But I'm willing to do as the Tsaritsa deems fit. Either way, we now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure, and one that I am oh so delighted to be sharing with you. The battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the sound of battle now, would she? When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequences of her actions. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a Harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened in
Very
Mondstadt
Saiyan of
ever
him.
happen again.
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. I'll just play along, to feel the thrill of battle. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to relish the fight anyway, because if you ask me, without that, what else is there? Fighting talk, I love it! Now,
Alright, let's see. People said he's quite difficult.
this chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square
What
off
is
with
his
the Fatui Harbinger.
frickin'...
So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint.
What the hell is that? What is the sound effect so loud? I need energy.
Good. No wonder Signora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough.
It just feels like he's doing a lot of things that he shouldn't be doing with too many costs. Quit slicing me. Oh, what is that? This will catch him as he's running. I just gotta avoid it now. Oh, and so Mike Lee got sent as well.
Not bad.
Say,
Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get.
I wish I had my Oh, he would die right now. My travel is not powered up. Nice, man.
Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing to get close to the Exuvia.
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit you've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected.
Well.
Well then, I'll be taking more access and gnosis now.
Oh, gone.
I see. Well, this is most unexpected.
That I said the mask Zhao would have to do it. Both my DPSs are dead though. Oh, that's cool. The thing is, he's nothing even close to that in the actual character. Does my team get rest for this? Oh. Ooh. Hold on, I'm just gonna sit on the side and eat a whole chicken or two. Imagine this is how he actually was. See, I need to res him. I can eat food. Normal bosses you can't. He moves around so much, that's kind of the problem. Hold on. I got a bit of a cheat. I've basically got to sustain my team and do bits. Maybe when I get Sucrose up, it'll be better. Oh my god. Jesus. That is a little much. Can't res that. What the hell is going on? "17 seconds. It's kind of a lot of damage. Jesus. Oh my god. I got 100 HP Klee to do the fight. I think I'm fucked. Because if he does one of those moves where he hits me like a crazy guy. This thing. Oh, you can avoid that. Okay. Hold on. I'll have a chicken. Alright. I need my energy back. Can't even. Oh my god. You kidding me? Oh, fuck off. Like one charged attack. I'll just heal up and come in again. I didn't really know that you can avoid some of those things, so I kind of stood around. But that thing that flies up into the air, there is an actual distance, like a big giant area, so you just got to dash out. So basically pre-prep your That's a nice fight though. Better than the other fights, like the actual wolf boss and the Dvalin. Like that's actually somewhat difficult. I think when you learn his patterns, like with the Dvalin as well as the wolf, it's much easier. No way, not worship. Alright, round 2. Wait, what? Isn't there a teleporter? Do I have to fly there every time? Oh, come on, man. Why not just give me a freaking teleport there? Wait, we have teleporters, don't we? Do we have to unlock them? Or build them? Like the one-time use ones? I don't know if I got that. Time to adjust the sound. Wait, is it adjust the sound? What do you mean? Do you want me to turn, like, do you think the volume's too loud? Like the music or anything? It's just the part that's annoying is that it's the revives, right? Like Barbara can do the healing, but when they get one shot and you have to revive, it's just I'll try this one more time. Hopefully I don't have to re-go through all that dialogue. I'll skip it through, but it still takes a while. And I'll figure it out. Whee! Alright, do this again. Alright, this should be fine. I mean, my Barbara could be stronger, but she should be okay. For the heals anyway. Diona, she's not there yet.
Wow.
Again, they should have thought about this.
Oh, so it's a trick. But even if we can't, or better yet, take an. Oh, right. It's quiet. Huh? Look. Uh-oh. Quick, we
Have to go through that again? Come on. And none of them have their abilities either, like off the bat, because they died. So if I wanted to get stronger into this, I could technically go ahead and get all my abilities, like wolf and stuff.
Entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself.
Why can't I skip this?
Now, you're nothing but drop.
Like why?
Don't you think
Why make me redo all this just to do the boss again? Which I could also die and have to rewatch this, and that's just jarring.
I'm not the time for discussion.
Come on.
Either way. The battle. Instead of confronting you when she faces a... But as for me...
We won't let what happen.
Oh, besides, you could never defeat... Fighting talk,
He doesn't need to know that we already fought him once. then it didn't go the best.
This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So
Like, that's so silly. Like, why can't I?
Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint.
Jesus. Quit spamming. He dashed right when I did that. Okay. I need to take my time at least. I should live here, right? Yeah, okay. Stop dodging. No! Fuck's sake. Get hit by like the edge of it. Conserve my revives. I need my energy too.
Good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
The charge attacks are so awkward. Alright, this again. See you, man. Thanks for coming by. I'm gonna end it after this fight. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully, this time around, I'm coming into the next battle a bit more prepared. You know, like, got my food ready. No one's dead. Haven't had to revive. Learn a bit of the patterns and it's a bit better, but we'll see. Can't even skip this.
You had that card hidden up your sleeve.
Watching this again.
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit.
It is a cool battle though compared to some of the others, right? Like for Dvalin, he just shouts.
I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
I mean, this is really cool, right? But it's kind of weird that it doesn't have any of this as an actual character. Like, this could be a cool mode. Like, go in melee and actually doing a transformation, like, you just quickly, like, bah, and then he just ends up whacking. I don't know. It'd be cool. Music goes so loud too. Might end up doing this by myself if I end up failing this time around. Need the full concentration. Even though it looks like I might be by myself, so I don't know. Alright. 1 moment, please, sir. Yeah, 1 second. I need my dash for invincibility frames. Music's quite cool. Oh, she dead. She do be dead. Charge attack. Come on. Jesus. Is he sleeping? Goodbye, child. Alright. Yeah, it was easier when I understood that I don't have to die each time that freaking whale comes around.
Look! Child's back to normal again!
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you! We didn't take it!
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes.
I can see it in your smile.
But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend. Even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. My quest still beckons. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin with. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say the least. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts. As such, we must now look to our backup plan.
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this. I absolutely detest working with those who are weaker than I. The truth is, the world belongs to those of us who desire to become strong. I seldom willingly mingle with any dull and boring weaklings who think otherwise. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables sometime.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyan's stone forest.
Ooh.
A god?
Osile, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon's stone spears ever since. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the Seven?
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission. Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time should be no obstacle. Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principles. But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more intriguing.
Oh, snap.
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Take the Mora.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on?
I'm gonna have to pew-pew them.
Paimon's exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go. Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet, has it?
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Qixing. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? So will the power of the Qixing, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is not necessarily.
What? But all of you were supposed to be the guardians of Liyue. Can't you think of something?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Qixing did once research the matter of the Guizhong ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? It would take one with a little tinkering to turn this place
Really quiet.
into an engine of war beyond your wildest thought.
I suppose this is
Oh,
one blessing.
no, I can't actually change the volume, can I?
So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong ballista to fight off that.
Okay,
We
it's
have
man and we have a
to
moment to
spare.
spare. Let's. Alright, I'm gonna. Oh, now it's really loud. freaking listen. It's a
The Fatui! They're attacking
big boys.
the ballista!
My main guy is not even gonna be there. Ah, stuck.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
The Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you?
They made these weaker, didn't they? Isn't Kaching meant to be fighting these, like, behind me? Am I protecting this for 5 minutes?
Be careful not to get hit.
Oh. Unrelenting? It's not that deep. I mean, do they, like, I'm doing this, but do they expect me to beat these with my current team? Like, I don't get it. I can't switch teams. Like, I didn't know what it's going to be prior. If I had ice, maybe.
It's like the tiny giant cars! Wow! It's Madam Pink Shockwave! This granny's really strong!
Jesus. Now they're taking a lot of damage. But this one's still, like, broken.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside, and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
Deja vu. And I can dash unlimited, if only, right?
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use that again.
They're all dying. So is this 58 seconds more of this? Like, this one's literally about to break.
The Fatui's numbers are thinning.
Fight on, comrades. Once we finish this fight off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
Jesus.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
That's a kaboom.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Oh, it's all 3-star witches.
Be careful now. The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
We can give one more.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this? I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Boom. Drop the whole building. Wonder if we can visit it. Alright. Well, I'm gonna end it there, guys. I was planning to do a bit earlier. It's about to reach 2 hours, and yeah, it's, you know, it's been a bit. So I'm going to finish this last little talking bit,
The
then I'm off.
ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here,
Save your flattery. We didn't just
Surely you-
happen to be here. Surely you
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of it. At first, it was only the size of a small room. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life. Both seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. to me, such cooperation.
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could... Thank you all for hearing me out.
If you came here
We know
today, please
very
forgive
well
your
why this
wishes. Oh.
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, but that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the...
3,000
Do
years
not
ago.
merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti
Forebearers, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be...
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right. That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing good would come of it.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity, as Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be. Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
Huh? Why does everyone...
Weren't you frightened, dear?
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was there. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and
Thanks for protecting.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortal. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, Conqueror of Demon.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place. Fair enough.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no but how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this rite of super...
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was all right. Child wanted to unleash the god, but we were able to handle the Overlord of the... Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the...
Okay, here we are. Alright guys, well I'm gonna head off. If anyone's here, still listening, I'll go ahead and say thank you, and I'll catch you next time, whenever I decide to stream again. Take care.